Hey everyone, I just wanted to take a minute, actually have been for a little while now, just wanted to wait on the Lord and perfect timing. Even though it's a little chilly out right now, the skies have cleared up from, my goodness, I think we had 3 rounds. So the weather chaos we see and everything biblical is happening across the whole world, okay? So nobody can deny that we're in this season. Trust, faith, hope, believe. Lots of things have happened. For me personally, being a 71-year-old woman in the condition that I'm in, there's nothing more proof than the fact that I can do all things through Christ. Oh my goodness, there's no way I could have done any of this. And for some of you don't understand what I'm saying, well, my whole life was in the garage for a very long time, and finally it got taken care of. And that was a lot of work, especially for this old lady. But it wasn't God's timing, you see, back then when I was promised to have it done 7 years ago maybe. But timing was now, and even though a lot wasn't made and things like that, the blessings you couldn't afford to pay for no matter what. And the satisfaction that I have a little bit of room. I should have taken a before and after picture, right? But that didn't mean anything because it's just stuff. I brought back memories and went through that, but I worked so very, very hard. Capable of more than I knew that I could be. Not that it was easy, that is for sure, but I was determined. So many things happened during this time, and not being able to sit and watch like I normally do because I was so busy. I still was watching. I just wasn't able to sit down and put everything together. And normally I'm the type of gal that when the Lord wakes me up in the middle of the night, I immediately know what I need to pray for and who or whatever. And there was a night that I woke up to 7.7 and then found out about the quake. But having, sometimes, I'm sure most of you have them as well. You get a visual while you're praying in your head. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm just crazy. In either case, those things were happening. Not quite understanding, and talking to Daddy, I said, "But Lord, should I be praying for Israel?" And he kept saying, "No, 7.7 and Yemen." I had no idea what was going on in Yemen, nothing. And then I found out Saturday Night Live. Here I talk about, the race that we're in and how if the horse leaves a stall too quickly, he normally runs out of steam, right? And being the turtle that I am, the turtle won the race anyways, as the tortoise and the hare story is concerned. Just a little silly there, but still, the fact that these things happened was amazing. And then when I finally got to slow down for a minute, because after all, don't forget, when you're in high super speed or whatever at this age, you just keep going to get it done. That's my theory anyways. So doing that today was a crash and burn kind of day, but yet I was watching. And then I got the answers, to Yemen, which I did put in the community, and I also will leave it in the comment section below on why I needed to pray for them. But the gist of it is that has a lot to do with what America is about to do overseas in Yemen and towards Iran. It's huge, okay? Let me just say that. And the reason for the stealths and the B-2s and the B-52s and, the Love Shack and all that stuff. All right, so then, of course, we know about the quake and how devastating that was, and God protects those who He loves, and waking and shaking and quaking, and all these quakes were in diverse places. It was like, the Bible's coming alive. Um, so, saying all this, all I'm saying is that we are definitely in the season. The answer to everything's coming together, coagulating. We've heard certain words along the way. We've been programmed. We've had to unprogram. We've battled. Oh my goodness, we fought the fight. We had to let go of things that had us in chains, and the law seemed to be the biggest thing, and still is to this very day. People still go back under the law when on the cross it was finished once and for all. Grace. So, sometimes you get these things called heavy revies, and that, being an old hippie, it was like, one of those things that I had to process. Having, 7 strokes, I'm doing pretty good. It just takes a little while sometimes. It was like, Enoch was taken right from the beginning, the very first rapture. And I think it was like screaming in my head at the life and in my heart, and kind of actually shocking me when you finally can wrap your head around something so amazing on what the Lord is saying, right? The Holy Spirit, and He gives it to you in His timing. We never know it all. I've been walking with Him for a long time. So Enoch was taken. Why? Because of his faith. He believed. There's absolutely no way, other than, of course, we know that the only way to the Father is through Jesus, right? To be saved and into heaven. But what really gets you into heaven is your faith, believing on Him. Enoch was taken because of his faith. Period. There's no, that just finalizes everything and just puts the I upon the dot upon the I. Sorry about that edit. And crosses the T for me, for it was finished. It was just a major revelation, and I thought I'd share it with you. So, saying that, I do believe that we're in the season. I pray that you believe so too. Believe on Jesus for everything, the author, the finisher of our faith. Oh my goodness, it ties so much together. And stay in Psalm 91. But most of all, oh my goodness, let's keep looking up. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, because we surely are on the road to the rapture. As I say, this is Debbie from Texas. Peace out, and Maranatha. Jesus surely is coming. Yes, He is.